All right. Next up, next project on here. There's a little tight quarters, so it's going to be harder to see. I'll try and get down. But obviously, Dodges, when they're stock, really high in the back, much lower in the front. Typically, you like to level them out. These tires that come on the Dodgers are like 32.9 inches or whatever they are, metric-wise. They're basically 33 inches. You can squeeze 35s on 10 wides in here. If you go wider than 10 wides, you're probably gonna have to go to 33s, especially with this thing. I may have to pull this off because, you know, to go wider, it's gonna clip right here, almost 100%. We're gonna find out. But to level this out, I took a tape measure, and I'm 2.5 inches different from the back to the front. Now I can get away with 2.5 inches on the front driveline, pulling it out that far, you know, without extending the driveline. I'm really going to the maximum there with these control arms because it's really pitching it and changing, you know, my alignment here. Realistically, I need to get new control arms for about 3 to 4 inches. Typically they give you a good range, and I'll probably do that. We're not going to do that in this video because I'm pushing it to the max with what I have. It'll still temporarily work. We're going to be putting, I'm going to show you the spacers in a minute. We're going to be putting in the 2.5 inch spacers here. Also, they come with new shock tower top, which actually lowers it down so you can use stock height shocks, so you don't have to get extended length shocks. And I'm going to show you what that is. I think I paid $115 for this lift kit, and let's hop to it. Here it is. So this is this Apoc Ind whatever. This is just what I found online. I was looking at all kinds of reviews and different lift kits. Obviously there's a ton out there. But what I liked about this one is that it came with the new tower top, which is shorter in height by obviously 2.5 inches, so that I could still use stock style shocks if you wanted to, so you don't have to go out there and, you know, buy new shocks, because immediately you're adding 2.5 inches and you need, you know, potentially longer shocks. Maybe you could stretch a stock shock out that far, I'm not too sure. But this seemed like a nice solution, especially since my tower was rusted anyway. This is nice and powder coated and looks great. I honestly forget the price. I think it was like $115 for the set. I'll have a link below just in case. And then of course my front shocks are toast, so I just went, I didn't go anything crazy or fancy. I just went with the Rough Country front shock. New front shocks, I can leave links for that below. The back shocks probably need to be replaced too, but I'm not overall sure exactly what we're doing with lift just yet. But we're gonna start here, and then we're gonna see if we can fit. They're worn down 35s, but I did pick up some 35s, but they are obviously worn down, so these are probably more like 34s. 33s is what I wanted, but this was a deal. These are 20 by 12s, and then we'll see if they fit, and we'll see how they look too. I may have to go 33s, I'm not sure. You can see the rest of the tires here. I just couldn't pass up the price, and I was looking around and looking at everything, and we'll see how these look and how they go. I was going to stick old school style and, you know, do some rock crushers or something like that, but for the price and for what I got, this is where we're going. So I will pop back in the video, splice this in when we have the lift on. See you soon. We'll try the finger snap thing, maybe it'll work. Done. Okay, we've got the leveling kit in here, and so what I did was I measured the space, you know, between the tire and the frame, the wheel well, front and back, before I got the kit, and the difference was 2.5 inches. And so I got the 2.5 kit, you know, I got the I forget the name of it, but I'll link it below. I got the 2.5 spacer kit. It's nice because what they do is they give you the tower top, and it brings it down 2.5 inches, so you can still use your stock shocks. You don't have to go buy new shocks just because you put the spacer in. It's fantastic. I love the design. And so I have this all installed. And 2.5 is about the max you can do with your control arms, by the way, and your steering linkage before you need to get a drop pitman arm and then new control arms. So, you know, that was the max, but the front is basically 10 inches gap and the back is 11, so it didn't get it the full 2.5. So I'm going to go ahead and do the 3.5 kit, because with the 2.5 kit we did get 20 by 12s and 35s. The 35s are obviously slightly worn down. At full turn, it definitely clips here really good. It rubs really hard, and it's not really acceptable. You can drive it, but on full turn you're going to hit here on both sides. I think 1 more inch and you're going to get just barely clearing there. Technically you should probably be using 33s with the 2.5. So we're going to do the 3.5, and then we're going to reassess everything. In doing the 3.5, I am getting new control arms that are the length for 3.5 to 5 inch suspension. I'm not getting the adjustable ones, I'm just getting the solid ones. I've got a 4-inch drop pitman arm, which is going to help the steering angles, and I've got a drop adapter for the track bar as well. I'll be doing all of that in another video. And then of course with the new 3.5, it also comes with a shorter tower as well, so I can still use these new shocks, stock length shocks that I got. That's what we're going to be doing there. That's the follow-up on the lift video, so that'll just be a whole nother video. But that said, you know, I mean, if these were 33s, this would be perfect. It works great. Obviously it looks amazing. I've already gotten a bunch of compliments just today. The 20 by 12s and 35s look great. And then there's, if you're ever wondering how far they poke out, you know, it's like 4 inches in the front, 3 in the back ish, but it rides and drives good. This side doesn't have, I had to order, he was missing a cap, so I had to order a new cap, and then I didn't have the bolts for the back one. I have the cap inside, but I ordered the bolts so I can put that on. And then of course the bed is jacked up in the back. But there you go. I love the look, I love the stance. It's what I wanted personally. Obviously the canopy, I think we're going to pull that off. Not sure I'm a fan of that. And then eventually tint the windows. But there you go, coming right along. Love the and of course while we were in here, we cleaned everything up. I degreased it, I pressure washed it, and then I hit it with Pour 15. I switched to, I used to use the high gloss black, and now I'm using the chassis black, and I love the chassis black way more than the gloss. Gloss was just too glossy to be doing suspension stuff with, but the chassis black is so nice. It's my absolute favorite. I can link exact what I get below this video. I'm a huge fan. If Pour 15 wants to sponsor me, I'd love it, because I'd use their product to no end. I still have to paint the underside of the, you know, the back, the frame and everything eventually as I get along with that. But so that's it. That's the video for now. I'll follow up with another video with the 3.5 inch. So there you go. Later.